Release Radar, where we recap all of the new releases that rolled out this week. Happy Friday to you, Ryan.
Happy Friday. It's a warm one in Southern California.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Spring has sprung.
It has. We're getting a little heat wave here. It's going to be 90.
Awesome. Well, it was fun while we were there. We're back in the saddle. Happy to be home and ready to hop into some releases. What do we say? We check out our first release of the week.
All righty.
Which was from communities. We have group filters in Smart Lists now. Oh, this is nice.
Right. So this is technically in the contacts area, but it's related to communities wherein you can build filters based on groups. So you can see what contacts that you've got that are in specific groups and build a smart list out of that.
Sweet. I just realized that I forgot to share our stream into the group. So let me do that real quick. Share, group, community, boom. Awesome. So now we should be streaming in all of the places. As always, if you can see us and you can hear us, please say hello. Let's open up our chat. We already have our first check-in of the week from Dave. Howdy from Jacksonville. Nice to see you, Dave. Hope you're having a great week so far. And let's check out our next release of the week. Another communities update. We have Profile Slug. Ooh, this is sweet. So now you can sort of claim your little slug there.
Yeah. Claim your username or whatever kind of slug you want to put on the end of the URL for your profile.
Mm-hmm. Which is nice. So when we say slug, we mean like the slash whatever in the actual file there, right? Path
in the URL. So yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's nice. Nice little customization feature there. I'm sure people are going to love that one. Our next update comes from the email side of the world. We now have an import email templates directly into the code editor, which is cool. So if you've built emails in other platforms, you can now just sort of suck them right in, correct?
Yeah. So what happens is you get a system generated email and then you send the email from whatever system that you've got, whatever email builder third party. And then that email gets delivered to that custom email address. And then we pull it right into the code editor. So it eliminates the step of having to go find the code and copy and paste it and do all these things and connects those dots.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that's how it worked. That's pretty slick.
Yeah.
I like that. Very cool. Yeah, if you've got emails outside of HighLevel that you want to bring in, go ahead and give that a whirl. We've got our next check-in of the week coming from Keith. Greetings from Washington State. Not 90 up there.
It never is. No.
It doesn't ever get to 90. Nice to see you, Keith. Hope you're having a great week. Let's check out our next update from this week. We now have payment schedule support in estimates.
Right. So, yeah, if you're building an estimate, you can now break out different payment options, schedules, plans, whatever you want to call them. So essentially just rounding out that feature to be able to have payment schedules or payment plans at a specific interval within estimates. It works for invoices and all the payments products.
Love it. Yeah, sort of bringing estimates up to parity with invoices and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Next up, the bulk action on the product page so that we can now interact with products in bulk.
Yes. This was a big one, especially on the e-com side too. But just being able to update a lot of different records or a lot of different products at the same time without having to click into each one and go back and save and go back and save. So this is going to do a couple of things. One, you can update the store visibility. So for example, maybe you sell a lot of tickets like we do for our events, but then you also have products that you want to include in your swag store. You can then select all the ones, click, that you want to include in the e-commerce store, and then just enable those for that store. So you've got a lot of different things like that, prices, comparable prices, things like that. So really just trying to make.
This is awesome. So let's say it's like, I think this is a really common use case. A business owner goes, you know what? We haven't raised our prices in 4 years. And, our costs have gone up significantly in 4 years. Now I got to go back through and do every, product in the catalog there. Boom. Check that out. Increase them all in one shot by whatever. We're raising our prices by 5%. That's really convenient.
Yeah. Super
Pretty
easy.
slick. All right. Next up, we have New redirection types in the QR code builder. This one, I don't know why this is so exciting, but I feel like across the board, everybody just gets super pumped up for anything that has to do with QR because it is exciting. But now you can make all sorts of new types of QR codes right in the HighLevel QR code builder.
Yeah, so we've got payment links, WhatsApp chats. I did get clarification for the team that this works with any WhatsApp number, so you don't have to have WhatsApp enabled with HighLevel, but we always recommend that you do. But even if you don't, or you have like group chats that are happening in WhatsApp, that will work as well. I'm told.
Nice.
Funnels,
and then,
forms,
like,
websites, quizzes, all the rest. So yeah.
Yeah, so like funnels, form service, all that. I haven't actually tested it. Is it basically just you select your HighLevel form without having to like go get the URL? Just makes all that really streamlined. Beautiful.
Makes it easy, right?
That's great. Love it. And I'm sure you'll see us roll out more and more to the QR code builder in the near future as well. But super easy to generate these QR codes. You can do all sorts of cool stuff with colors. You can put your logo in the middle. If you haven't checked it out, it's pretty awesome. So give it a whirl. Next up, we have simplified notification setup in documents and contracts. More easy buttons.
More easy buttons. This makes sure that you're super compliant, that you're sending notifications when things get signed and that kind of a thing. And so all the settings for all that, for all those notifications are right within the payment settings, or I'm sorry, documents and contract settings under the payments module.
I think it's a great time to plug this. If you haven't checked out documents, contracts in HighLevel, what are you waiting for? I just saw a contract with a freelancer that we were using or something came through today. It was all signed using HighLevel docs, had a certificate at the end of it. I was like, this is fantastic, right? There are so many businesses out there that are still struggling with how do I get things set up with e-signature, or maybe they're already paying for a competitor and you can just go replace it and keep that revenue for yourself. Huge opportunity, e-signature stuff in HighLevel. Definitely go play with it if you haven't checked it out so far. Next shout out coming in from Discovery Zone in Morocco. Ooh, that's cool. What's the weather like over there? I've been seeing more and more surf clips from Morocco. It looks like that place is just chock full of awesome waves. So,
there's also a Grand Tour episode where they drive through Morocco in a car that they build themselves. It's a pretty good episode. Check it out.
Ooh, all right. That sounds cool. Let's see. Next up, we have clone support for documents and contracts. That is always nice to be able to not have to start from scratch.
Absolutely. Making things easy. I never liked starting from scratch. I need some kind of template, makes things go super fast, and now you can do it right within documents and contracts.
Love it. We've got another check-in coming from Tina from the Content Army. What is up, Tina? It's always a question of where in the world is Tina, hopefully, or maybe you're in Dubai. Hopefully everything's going well for you this week as well. Oh, and here comes another check-in. I love it. We're on one of those Fridays, Ryan. Hey, guys. Monet from Ohio. Thanks for saying hi, Monet. Hope you're having an awesome Friday. Next update of the week, WhatsApp media workflow action. This is super, super cool. Ryan, walk us through what we can now do.
Yeah, so like, let's say that you want to send a specific type of media, like an image or a video. You can now insert that as its own standalone action right within your workflows so that, I mean, you could just imagine there's lots of different things that you may want to send as a one-off thing and not as part of a message, but as it's a single media file. So you can do that, obviously add your wait steps, all the different cool stuff that you can build within the workflow editor. And now we got our standalone action here.
Love it. Yep. So much cool stuff rolling out for WhatsApp. It's actually a really robust product already. So if you're in a market where WhatsApp is prevalent and you haven't checked it out yet, definitely get going. It's a huge opportunity for sure. Let's check out our next update from the week. The chat widget is now optimized for different screen sizes, and I love this one so much.
The iPad is also supported, or tablets, I should say, are supported as well. I didn't put these in here, but it looks way better. I think the folks that were using it before were like, how come this is a little bit wonky? Now it looks amazing. So love to see this.
Yep. Totally. Just fits better within the screen on all the different devices. So great work there. Nitin's checking in. I'm here to say hello to Chase. Hello, Chase and Ryan.
Hello.
Great to see you, Nitin. Hope you've been well. We had a blast when we were, Nitin was with us. He is from Search Atlas as part of our awesome integration on the SEO side of things. And we got to hang out in Vietnam and we had a blast. So hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking in from over in LinkedIn, our first LinkedIn check-in of the day.
Amazing.
Next up, audit logs are now available in funnels, websites, webinars, and stores. I feel like this thing came out of nowhere and is just massive value add.
Massive value add. There's a lot of work getting done on the back end for audit logs. There's been tons of conversations around compliance and data retention and all these things. And so we're making some really good progress in that. But obviously the first thing is to make sure we get more items within it so you can view the audit logs. We, of course, have all the data. It's just a matter of presenting it in a nice way. And now we've got that for the funnels, websites, webinars, and stores.
Totally. I mean, just more and more data. When you need to troubleshoot something, having the stuff in the logs is huge. So really excited to see that roll out to all the other products.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, mobile app got an update. We now have docs and files in contacts, and this one looks awesome. I love the UX of this.
Yeah, the mobile app itself has gotten really, really nice recently. We've done a number of updates around contacts, especially making things really easy to find when you're like on the phone with somebody or you want to look up something really quick. This brings the functionality that existed on the web where you could have specific documents and like PDF type files associated with a contact. Now you can view them on the phone and see what's what.
And you can upload them right from your phone too, right?
Yeah.
So you can just grab a photo or a doc that you have stored on your phone, upload it right to the contact, which is awesome. I mean, really great functionality to be able to do this kind of stuff on your phone without having to break out your laptop. Super pumped up on that. Quick note. At our leadership retreat last week, I got some time with the mobile team, and they want to do something really cool. I'm not going to spill all of the beans yet, but let's just say if you've been waiting on getting a custom mobile app because of the price tag, which is $4.97 per month, you might have an opportunity to hop in at a lower price point for a limited time. So stay tuned if you are interested in jumping on that and you would be excited about getting your own custom white labeled mobile app at a price point below $4.97 a month. Let us know in the comments. And
Very non-committal. I like it.
We'll relay that to the team. Yes, committed to nothing, but hopefully you're excited because I think it's going to be a great opportunity for a lot of folks.
Yep.
Next up, you can sync past events with Calendly Event Importer. Before it was only moving forward, right? And now you can pull in all the stuff that already happened as well.
Yeah. Bringing more parity to what you see in Calendly and importing those events so you can kind of see what happened in the past as well.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were asking for that. And so that's there now, which is awesome. Next up, we have enhanced payment methods for custom payment providers. Saw this one kind of skim through it, Ryan. So why don't we take a step back and what is custom payment providers?
Great question, Chase. Something that is actually a pretty big deal. So we want to be payment provider agnostic. That's our sort of goal here. So if you want to bring Stripe, if you want to bring Razorpay, you're in India, you want to bring whatever it is that you use for your payment processor, we want to be able to provide that in across the entire app so you can just plug it in and you use whatever you want to use. So we built custom technology and Rails behind the scenes to be able to do that. And now we're starting to plug it into a lot of different features and functionalities within different parts of the app. So what that means is if you've got some custom payment provider that before, like only Stripe supported things like referencing cards that were on file, now you can do it with the custom payment provider.
Yes, really awesome update. If you're using a custom payment provider, be sure to let them know that this rolled out because now they've got a big enhancement as far as what they can do and build into that integration. Mm-hmm. We've got Dalen, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, who is very excited about the idea of getting a custom white label mobile app at a discounted price. So we will be sure to keep you posted. Stay tuned for when that rolls out. We got a lot of exciting stuff rolling out this summer, I would say.
We do.
You know, you're going to go on vacation. That's cool, but don't tune out of the HighLevel world because we got a lot of cool stuff dropping this summer, including what's live already, which is AI.ai TLDs, I believe is the technical term. And on a multiple year domain purchase. TLD, Ryan, what does that stand for?
I'm asking you.
Oh, come on.
Top level domain. Of course.
There we go. So the dot whatever is called a TLD, and now hopefully you can buy domains in HighLevel. Now you can buy .ai domains, which are hot items these days, I would say.
They are. I hear that AI is the future.
I have also heard that. And in addition to that, you can also buy the domain, not just for 1 year, but you can buy them in 2-year increments as well. So nice little.
Well, you could buy it up to 10 years if you want. We recommend it. So.
But the increment seems to be 2, 4, 6, 8. See what I'm going at?
Yeah. Okay. Well.
There? Okay. All right. So again, hopefully you can buy domains in HighLevel now, and hopefully that you can mark them up and basically resell domain purchase to your clients as well. So if you're an agency, you want to start monetizing domain purchase, you can now do that inside of HighLevel. Next up, template library got an update with visibility controls, which is awesome because we know that our agency folks love to have more and more control over what gets shown in the app. So they got some more flexibility here now, Ryan.
Right. So now you can hide the template library for specific sub accounts. So that's kind of nice. Like every once in a while, you'll have like a few clients you might bring on where you're like, they already have all this stuff figured out. We don't want to clutter their UI with template libraries that they're never going to use. So you can now turn it off for specific sub accounts, or let's see, hide it only for selected modules within the sub account too. So that's even finer control because not only can you hide the entire template library across all the different places like email templates and funnel templates, you can also just turn off specific products like, oh, I don't want them to see funnel templates, but I do want them to see email templates.
Super nice to have that kind of flexibility. I think agency customers are going to be pumped. So go check that out. Let us know how we did. Next up, agency can now pay on behalf of sub accounts. And is this pay for everything? For what? Like, break this down, Ryan.
Good question. So when the agency owner or admin is installing a marketplace app to one or more of their sub accounts, that's when they're going to have the ability to choose the following, whether or not they want to charge the sub accounts, which would be selected by default, or charge the agency. So this is going to apply to the app marketplace specifically.
Got it. Cool. So you can now pay on behalf of your clients if you want them to have a specific third-party integration from the marketplace. Makes total sense. Love it. We can't buy .ca domain in Canada. That stinks. We're going to pass that on to the team right now. Got that screenshotted, and we'll get that over there, and we'll try to make the .cas the next one because I agree. Probably a lot of .ca domains would get purchased. Next up, we have improved flow for blog post creation. Ryan probably had a hand in this update, so props to Ryan. Walk us through what got improved here.
I did, albeit small. I just told him what we should do. But anyway, a couple of things to note. One is that we're no longer requiring the cover image or the featured image, depending on your point of view. So that was kind of a big headache where it's like, we don't really want this for that. We just want to display a video in the blog post and we don't want the featured image. So that's changed. And then you get a nice preview of what the search engine results page kind of listing will look like as well. And the biggest thing is that it's all in one screen and we're not having to like click into settings and go in random places. It's all sort of one dashboard. So I really love that.
Yeah, I'm super pumped on this. I think the last time I went to post a blog post in HighLevel, it was kind of like, I just let me start working on the content. I'm not ready to think about the SEO settings and that kind of stuff yet. So now you can jump right into what you want to do first and then loop back and fill that stuff out as you go. All right, we got a check in here coming from Hypnotic Marketing Mentor. Oh, I like that. First time catching us live. Nice. Well, thanks for checking in. Glad you could be here to join us. I want to learn more about the Hypnotic Marketing Mentor. Are you like a real
no funnels required?
Exactly. Once they get you live, it's game over.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for checking in. Let's check out our next update of the week. We got custom payment provider support for invoicing now.
Right. So probably should have been looped with the other one, but not only do the custom payment providers, that integration supports cards on file, saving cards, that kind of a thing. It also is supported within invoices so that when you send an invoice and you're using a custom payment provider, it will work seamlessly. This is just an example of a third-party UI for submitting payment.
Nice. Love it. Next up, we now have new email notifications on Client Portal. So again, more and more control across the app. This is sort of into the sister product collab Client Portal land. You now have more control over the emails that are going to go out.
Yeah. What emails go out, what they look like, what templates you're using, all doable right within the email settings.
I love it. Next up, this is a big one. We now have appointment booking in Voice AI agents.
Yes. Super stoked about this one.
This was, I mean, probably the top request when it comes to Voice AI. So, Ryan, what does that mean? Let's just break this down for anybody who's not familiar.
Well, I like to use the example of, let's say you're paying an assistant to answer phone calls and schedule appointments for a business, right? So you're going to pay them X dollars an hour, and they're just going to be sitting there waiting to take the phone call. A couple of things about this. A, they can't work 24 hours a day, or at least not more than once. B, you're paying them no matter if they answer the phone or not. And then C, they can only take one call at a time. So I like to think about Voice AI as eliminating all of those problems and only paying for what you're using, only paying for the time that the Voice AI agent is on the phone, having the ability to work 24 hours a day and never complain and never take a sick day and never get sick, or I should say never quit, let's say. And then the third part there is that it can answer concurrent phone calls on the same number. So with this, before you could kind of interact with it, gather some lead information, ingest that into the system really easily, and then it will present you with a summary email so you can follow up with them. But this specific feature is all about, hey, what if I just want to call my dentist or my doctor or whatever business it is and just find out when I can schedule an appointment? So now the AI can look at your calendar, at the availability, and figure out everything so you never get double booked, and it makes sure that you get appointments on your calendar without the need for a human interaction, which is super awesome.
Super awesome, Ryan. True story. We're working on a new series of content where we're putting Voice AI to the test against real humans. And so yesterday, Haplin and I did the first test run, right? We spun the wheel. It landed on automotive. So I just Googled auto detailer Philadelphia, called the first one in Google. And what do you think happened?
Somebody did not answer the phone. You got voicemail.
Somebody did not answer the phone. I got a voicemail. The very first test that we went to, to test this on, we won by default because they didn't even answer. It was literally the middle of the day. They didn't answer. So if we were really looking for the service, we would have called the next competitor. Had they not a voice AI that would have answered, and now that voice AI could have actually booked me for the cleaning. So incredibly powerful. Huge opportunity. If you're an entrepreneur, you're looking to get started, you're trying to figure out, what you want to sell, Voice AI is a product that every business is going to realize that they want. And so just an amazing update here. Can't wait to see what people think. We also have another huge, I don't know, did it make the deck, the back end update from Voice AI? I don't know if we'll see. But stay tuned. Voice AI in general is better than it has ever been. And Tina's got a question here. How many agents can you run at the same time? I think I know the answer.
I think it's 50.
I think it's actually 200.
Oh,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
How many agents can you have? I thought you meant how many concurrent calls.
I think it's 50 sounds familiar, but we look at a lot of numbers, so don't quote us. It's a lot. It's more than you need.
It is. It's a lot. And that is a great point, because if you're a busy business, your employee can only be on one phone call at a time. Voice AI can handle, I think it's up to 200.
Yeah.
So,
and more to come too, by the way. So
more to come.
Mm-hmm.
Killer update. Go play with it if you haven't. Next up, we have another huge update for Voice AI agents. They can now tap into knowledge bases. So knowledge bases existed for conversation AI up until this week, Ryan. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But now the voice agents can also tap in to those knowledge bases. So explain a little bit more about what that means.
Right. So the voice AI, it's not like ChatGPT where it just kind of knows a little bit about everything. We want to really tailor it to like only talk about specific things in specific contexts, just like you would train an employee, right? Like you would put them through a training program when they came to your business and you're getting them up to speed on all the do's and don'ts, the things people ask, what to say, how to respond, the tone you should use, how you should answer the phone. So all that can be easily documented. It can be pulled from a website, some FAQs that you have. And so it gives that voice AI agent a context for how they are supposed to interact with contacts as they're calling. And the cool thing is you can have different ones. So like maybe you have a support line like, hey, call us if you have support. You can tailor all that just for supporting the customer and handling problems and that kind of a thing. And then maybe you got like your appointment booking one, and that's going to be more focused on like a sales flow of like trying to get them to book an appointment. And various companies would use different tactics for that, or have different ways that they'd go about it. And so now you can link all those things up and have variability in your voice agents so that it's not just one voice agent that's doing everything, because of course it's not going to be that great. But if you really specialize it into certain and specific contexts, it's going to do really, really well.
Yeah, very cool. And you can also do routing. Voice AI can do routing, right? So you could create 10 different agents, right? And
yes.
So imagine, I don't know why this popped in my head, but it did. And let's say you made one agent and it's like, dad jokes. Here, a library of dad jokes. You make another one, mom jokes. Then the first agent, they call in and it's like, what kind of jokes are you looking for? And you say, Dad, it's cool. Let me transfer you to that department. It transfers you over to the agent who's trained on the dad jokes. Again, I don't know why that came in my head, but
yeah. And they can all pass off to one another. Yeah.
Yes. So we can do routing with voice AI, which is incredible. You apply it to normal businesses. You have different departments, like Ryan said, billing, support, whatever. And each one can be trained on its own specific knowledge base, which is really huge. So again, this was a massive week for voice AI. Really excited for everybody to get in there and try out all these new features. Let us know what you think. Again, I think this is probably like the hottest biz op out right now. So
For sure.
if you haven't played with it, you're missing out. Voice AI, I got another update. I don't even think I saw this one. Idle reminder timer. Oh, okay. Walk us through this one.
Yeah, so essentially we're just exposing this in the UI now. Like there used to be a set idle time where it's kind of like if nothing was happening, it would go and do something. So now you can set that to whatever delay you want to have happen there.
Totally. So if like the caller stops talking or doesn't talk for a certain amount of time, how long should it wait till it starts talking again, right?
Yeah. Like certain phone conversations, there'll be like a natural amount of time that you'd want to re-engage, and that's what you can set now.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty granular control. I will also say yesterday when we did that test, after they didn't call, we called our voice AI agent, and the latency is down to like nothing. Before there would be a noticeable pause before the bot would start talking back. It is like seamless now. So again, if you're not playing with this stuff, or if you haven't played with it for a couple of weeks, go try it again, and I think you're going to be blown away.
Absolutely, lots of back end work getting done on that.
Totally. All right, next up, we have advanced filters for sub-account settings in agency view. This is very helpful.
Yeah, so this is specifically expanding it for phone settings within sub-accounts. So if you're an agency and you're running any kind of volume, you understand the pains of trying to figure out who's on Twilio, who's on what, and that sort of thing. So that's what you can now filter with the filters in the agency view for your sub-accounts.
Love it. We've had a bunch of check-ins coming in. We've got Wami. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. That's a pretty cool name. When is outbound voice coming? Great question. It's still on the back burner. We are focused on inbound because, again, the use case is so strong and the market is so big. Outbound is very tricky, super highly regulated. People have to double opt in to receiving a call from an AI bot, which I don't think many people are going to do. I know that we as marketers are really excited about the idea of it, but we're sort of still waiting to see how that all pans out. Cam checked in as well. He's super pumped at the idea of a lower price branded mobile app. So stay tuned and we'll have an
And,
update on
and,
that.
and note on that too, there's been a ton of infrastructure work on the white label mobile app to make it a lot easier to deal with updates, getting it up and running. I mean, there's a lot of very technical and legal hurdles to overcome there, and the team's done a really good job at sort of simplifying that into a UI within HighLevel. So low price or not, it's gotten way better, and there's more to come as well. So
That's a great point. Hopefully, you know that you can go play with it. You can like start building out and customizing your mobile app before you have to pay. So if you just want to go check out like what you could do with it, you can do that right in the mobile app tab. And
it's like the Porsche configurator that I use every once in a while. You just see what you would get.
That's right. I think that's Ryan's default desktop page. He just wakes up and starts configuring his Porsche. Next up, we have performance enhancement for chat widget.
Speaking of high performance vehicles, the chat widget now is super fast. 52.42. I was gonna round down, but I wanted to give the team some props for the 0.42 as well. This is a labs feature right now. Seems kind of weird that it would be labs, but it's technically some different backend. So when you enable it, if you've got the chat widget deployed on a third-party site, you need to update the code that's your embed code. So that's what the screenshot is showing here.
Yeah, good point. But what a speed update for sure. The chat widget has gotten a bunch of stuff. I think last week we talked about the fact that now it's smart enough to know if you're using like the cookie banner, it won't load while the cookie banner is up. All sorts of really sort of fine tweaks on the chat widget, and it's running better than ever. Next up, we are at my favorite part of the show where we get some kick flipping awesome upcoming releases. I think that was actually a 360 flip there, Ryan. Oh no,
it started as a kick flip.
Ooh,
it's a combo.
Nice. Yeah, combo move. Love it. Let's see what Ryan's got in store for us. What's coming soon? Domain redirect. So
yeah,
we have domain redirect, but this is a revamp to the way it works, correct?
Not really. We have URL redirect. So this is a little bit nuanced, but I'm really trying to plug like the domain stuff. So if you don't know, you can buy domains within HighLevel. That's kind of cool. But the coolest thing is that you can manage the whole thing. So you can manage all your DNS records connected to different websites. And one of the things that you would be able to do, like if you bought a domain on GoDaddy, is to say, hey, when you hit this domain, I want it to redirect to this other one over here. So we're bringing that functionality into the HighLevel interface so that we're getting closer and closer to like a full-blown GoDaddy situation where you can do all the different things that you'd be able to do there right within HighLevel.
Oh, Ryan, I'm sticking to my guns on this one.
Okay.
You can already do this. If you go into settings, and I'm just looking at it to make sure I'm correct, URL redirects.
I love arguing live. This is great.
You can, or maybe you're saying you can only redirect.
Come on. Have some faith.
I'm still torn. Okay, but
you can't do it the way that you. I know what you're saying, but you can't do it the way you're thinking because it's still gotta, like in that instance, it's still gotta get connected and come in, and it's just like doing an HT access edit. So, anyway,
I'm gonna put that to the test as soon as we get off this call. But what I do know is that this is UX as well, and I remember working with the team on how to explain the very complex idea of: are you redirecting this, or are you doing a wildcard redirect, which is that like /* thing?
Right.
And this looks like a pretty elegant solution. So kudos to the team. I think you guys, it looks like you nailed it. And super excited for this to roll out. This is one of those tools that every marketer needs in their toolkit. And it's typically really complicated and annoying, especially to like wrap your head around. So to have this in HighLevel as sleek as this, I'm really excited. I think that's going to help out a lot of folks.
Yeah.
So good find there, Ryan. I didn't know that was that far along. Next up, we have coming soon mentions in conversations. Oh, I haven't seen this at all. Walk us through what we got here.
This is kind of a sleeper one. I snagged it out of a town hall. But at any rate, if you're mentioned in any form of communication that's within HighLevel, you can then see all those mentions. So if it's email, if it's an internal chat, text messages, that kind of a thing. So that's the idea. is that if people are mentioning you, that you get to see it in one place. If you use a small app called Slack, you'd probably be familiar with this idea, but imagine expanding that to more than just your direct messages and so forth.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, hopefully everybody knows that you can do internal comments, right? And we now have the team chat. I think that one of the problems was, well, people are chatting me, but I'm not I don't know, right? I don't know about it. So now you will be able to like mention people so they get notified and they don't miss any of the messages that you're sending between your team. So very cool. If you haven't checked out,
and there's a lot of revamps coming to the notifications and so forth. So you'll soon, it'll be like a lot more obvious what's going on and you won't miss stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We had a couple more comments come in before we break.
Abelardo,
that is a sweet name. Will you guys add more features to the e-commerce for TT Shop or CJ?
Yes.
Yes.
We're
okay.
actively working on TikTok Shop stuff right now.
TikTok Shop. Okay.
Yeah. CJ.
Is that Commission Junction? Maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Not sure about that one, but TikTok Shop for sure.
Yeah, I would say check ideas.com, ideas.gohighlevel.com. Make sure that if the CJ, whatever that is up on the board, and make sure to try to get some votes. But as Ryan said, he actually is running down the TikTok Shop thing right now with the product team. So you should see that soon.
We got one more thing.
We got one more thing?
Yeah.
What? Ryan tripled up on us this week? All right. What do we got?
So many of them.
Support agent. Oh, this is yes. This one I am so pumped up on. Check this out. Oh, a working demo of it. Okay, so we've got a chat widget here, right? And then boom, we got a toggle for voice so that you can just start talking.
Yeah, of course the voice isn't coming through, but trust us, it sounds very natural. You'd never guess it was a robot, and it's great.
This is so awesome. So think about that. You hit a website, you can just start talking to the business's AI agent without having to like pull out your phone, dial a number or whatever. You just hit go and you can just start talking to it. And so I am super, super pumped. I love the friction that this reduces around voice AI. I think this is going to be a smash hit, Ryan. I don't know if everyone's as pumped up as I am on this one.
Huge hit. I almost feel like it should be the default. Like, don't make people switch.
Totally.
Voice AI agent.
Yeah. Forget having to type anything. You just click I believe that the industry term for these things has become orb in the AI voice or AI verse. These are called orbs. So you now have an orb embedded into chat widget.
And to add some flavor to that, there's also going to be like customization for the colors and like stuff like that. So
you see that? This ain't no skateboard, Ryan.
We're getting away from skateboards. Let's just start with a rocket.
This thing's rolling out with bells and whistles.
Yeah.
All right. We're seeing some hypnotics into it. So is Tina. I think we all agree we got a hit on our hands. So really excited to see that roll out. And I think that thing is coming soon. And again, we'll have a lot of surprises rolling out very soon as we head into the summer. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled. We've got a lot of summer excitement right around the corner. So yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. And until next week, hope you all have a great Friday and a great weekend.